So, the Three of Cups has a lot to do with, I always see this as a party card. These are like your party friends. These are the connections, like the girls' night in that you have. That doesn't mean that they're not close friends or real friends or best friends, that kind of thing. But these are the people that when you need to let loose and have a good time a lot of times, or they are like, my two friends that come over and we kind of have these moments of, it's almost like therapy with the three of us. We just get together, talk, hang out. A lot of times we have an activity. We painted last time. We didn't even talk to each other at all, like about anything. We were so into like painting and creating together, which is funny because one of those people is a Capricorn and she's been anxiously awaiting this reading, which I think is cute. So hi. That could be a main energy for you this month, pulling the 7 back down of who do I need to give my attention, my time, and my energy to. And this also coming with the 6 of coins, the card of charity, of give and take, and what do I have to offer others? How can I be in service to others? And what do I need from others? I do not have this, and being willing to say, I need this, and having people be charitable to you as well. This exchange of being in service to each other and being vulnerable with each other and can say, I need help, or saying, I can help you, and not giving away what we don't have, and, not taking what we don't need, and this balance and give and take. And I think that's a beautiful card with the 3 especially, but we have the Tower here in the center, and the Tower is a deconstruction. You know, it's obviously this tower is being crumbled to the ground, and it's not always that dramatic, but this is a deconstruction of something in your life, whether, some kind of change that makes us uncomfortable. It's like, okay, but I'm so used to things being this way, but that's not there anymore. This deconstruction can cause anxiety or make us upset sometimes and make us uncomfortable because we don't know what to expect now. But I always see this card as such an opportunity because it's going to tear down the walls and going to give you the option to rebuild things how you want them to be rebuilt. And with it being flanked by these 2 cards, this is support and service from others. And, or if this is in someone else's life, this is your ability to be in service, to have that connection, to be that friend, to be that someone that can say, I can serve you, I can help you. Now, Capricorn, I know a lot of you do way too much for others. You try to people please, and it's not because you want somebody to accept you. A lot of you just feel like that's part of who you are. I want to help people. It makes me feel good to help people. But I think it's very important to be very crystal clear with this energy. You are not for me. I do not have the time and the energy to give you. I have to focus on myself and the people that deserve my service, deserve my time, deserve my energy. So please don't be scared by that Tower card. If you are having a hard time, I'm sorry. And I hope you can take comfort in knowing that you do have a support team around you, and that if you're willing to say, I need help, that there will be people that are willing to share with you and to support you and to love you. And that friend of mine's probably like, girl, you know I love you. Okay. Let's pull a card for your challenge. Queen of Wands. it may be a challenge, since this is the challenge part, to find your own creative instinct right now. The Queen of Wands energy is always she's fire, right? She's this intense fire energy, and she's passionate and excited and creative and ready to make the world prettier, better. And she's, I see her energy as very enthusiastic and engaging and charismatic. You know what I mean? So that may be very hard for you to engage those kind of energies right now if this is happening, and you're trying to be patient and you're trying to be wise about where you put your energy, and you may be a little depleted. We do have the other Wands card up there in your emotional space, but that may be a little depleted for you this month if you're much so more in your physical world, which we have 3 coin cards coming out already, and dealing with other people's stuff and trying to feel like, how am I going to be in service to others? Let's pull. Let's pull some strength cards for you this month to see what strengths, your personal strengths you should be utilizing right now. We have the 2 of coins. In my other deck, this is shown with an infinity sign, and it looks like he's juggling. This card always makes me think about being flexible and being able to go with the flow in this back and forth wane. And sometimes just this juggle effect, this flexibility of movement and being able to take and deal with more than one thing at a time. And that's gonna, with all the other cards that's coming out, I'm seeing this as a very you need to understand that you don't have to be really rigid. And I see him as very rigid, and this guy's kind of, he doesn't look excited. Patience, they say patience is a virtue for a reason, like it doesn't come super easy to all of us. So with another 2 coming out, or another coin coming out, but this time coming in your strengths of flexibility, just remind yourself that you are capable of letting some of this rigidity go and understanding you don't always know this next step. You don't always have a plan. You don't always have everything right. Everything's not going to show up how you want it to match this prefabricated idea that you have of how things are supposed to go. I, for one, appreciate that most Capricorns are pretty forward thinking, and but it can put you into a state of expectation when you've made all these plans and one little thing goes off and it throws you so off tilt that you can't recover and make the best of the situation or get as much done as you thought or whatever. So you are capable of being flexible. You are capable of handling more than one thing at once. You're capable. I'm thinking of like those jugglers that like have people throw stuff into them and it gets harder and harder and harder, and until they have the like chainsaws flying around their head or whatever. But I'm not telling you to juggle chainsaws, but I'm telling you to pull on the strength that you've got this. You have the ability to roll with the punches here, if you will. You have the ability to understand that there are these moments, and you just need to not be so rigid with yourself as sticking to this plan. Is what I'm feeling from that card coming there. We're going to pick a couple. Let's do suggestion. Judgment. So what was the first thing you thought of when I said the word judgment? Are you judging yourself? Are you judging others? Are you falling into this role of being worried about what other people think, or being worried about doing things right? Are you worried about being held accountable at some point for not playing this game right? You know what I mean? Like, that's the feeling I'm getting here with this coming out in a suggestion card. Start asking yourself questions about your relationship with judgment. And this is probably going to be in quite alignment with this. But I have to be connected to this thing because it's right. There isn't a right or a wrong. At the end of the day, you're right and wrong in what matters. So if one of these doesn't feel good to you, why is it in your mental space? It's not for you. Don't let other people's judgments or your judgments of yourself where you sit and you're like, but it's right or it's wrong or so-and-so says or so-and-so believes. No, what do you believe? What do you connect to? What do you feel right about? And I know you can be very judgmental of yourself. It's what causes a lot of our anxieties and our social responses. And this coming out as a suggestion, I think it's very important for you to have some conversations with yourself about what that word means to you, how it shows up in your life, how are you allowing it to affect your decision making, your decision making, those types of things. We're going to pull a need to know card next. The Four of Wands, which we already have in your emotional space, and your King of Coin or Pentacle here. We have a lot of Earth coming through. A lot of it. I think it's playing a huge role in your life right now of what do you do for a living? How do you support yourself? What is your budgeting? Where are you sitting financially? Where do you find worth in your physical world? What stuff do you have that feels right in your space? What kind of stuff do you want in your space? What are you working towards? What is this you're being patient with? And what work are you doing now? What is it going to create for you in your future? And how do you feel about that? So I think this is all coming down to your emotional space. You want to be in a place. This was up here. These are the same cards. You want to be in this feel-good space. You want to be in this place that feels special and joyful and exciting and all of these things. I think this month is just gearing you towards understanding the work that it takes to get there, that our physical world cannot be neglected, and think that our emotional, spiritual, whatever space is going to be delightful if we're not putting in the work in our physical space and having a real understanding of what worth is to us. So I just see these need to know cards are coming out as you, like an urging to be more aware of what these energies mean to you in your physical space. What is, where is your scale balanced, right? When do you have enough, and when have you given enough, and how does this balance out for you, and this maturity that's evolving in you to understand your physical space and what it means to you and how it feels to you. I think this was a really beautiful month, or reading for the months.